Yo, 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 yo. We are here. We are back. Today is Monday and we are bringing you PIMP Game, the podcast where we highlight positive, intelligent, motivated people. All right, we got you. Look, Happy New Year, everybody. Hey, I just want to say thank you for tuning in. And also to my YouTube subscribers out there, we want to thank you as well. And make sure you like, comment, and subscribe to the channel. That's right, you're going to subscribe to the channel. Make sure you do that. And make sure you turn those notifications on so that when we upload videos, you are the first to get it. We got a special show for you guys on tap this evening. We are going to be talking about, is marriage a business now? That's right. Is marriage a business? Really? Truly? Is it all about love or is it really a business? Also, at 8:30, the bottom of the hour, we are going to be talking to the one and only. That's right, Jessica Michaud. She is the owner and CEO of Born to Touch Massage Therapy. She will be on the show to talk about what she got going on. All right? We like it and we got you. All right? Yo, this is the new year. Today is a brand new day. It's a good day. We are here. It is cold outside here in the DMV area. It is freezing below zero. I think it is terrible out there, but we are making it through. We are going to go ahead and bring you the show. The show must go on. All right? So let's talk about it. Hey, what's up, Chef Paul? Just want to say what's up to you. Good to see you. All right? Thank you for tuning in. So, is marriage a business? Me personally, I think it is. I think marriage is a business now. I think that it is. And some women don't, they may not. I've had discussions with people, they don't agree with me on it, but nowadays it's brutal for a man to go and get married. You got to really know that, you're doing the right thing. You got to really know that you got the right woman. You got to really know that you're doing it for the long haul. You can't be doing it for the short term. You can't be breaking up with her, or the woman can't be breaking up with the dude just because she's not happy. It's not in the marriage vows, ladies. It is not there. There's nowhere in the marriage vows where it says that you got to be happy. It doesn't say that at all. At all. And let me say this, with the marriage vows, and I'm not married myself, but I see it out there. I see people getting divorced left and right. They breaking up left and right. Marriage ain't the same no more. Chef Powell says it's a partnership. It's always been, when you understand. I get it. Nowadays, I just feel a man should want a woman who's a helpmate to him. And far too often these days, nowadays, I can't speak for the women back in the past because I think they're a little bit different. Those women out there who are a little bit, maybe they might be older or what have you. There's some of them old school. I believe those women are different. They're different from the modern age women now. Chef Powell says, hey, the hell, I have to be happy and understanding. Take happiness out of it. It's not about happiness. That's why, to me, I believe women are breaking up all over the place. They're divorcing. They're doing all of that because they got to be happy. Hey, you might be happy when you get married. You might be happy at the wedding. You might be happy at the wedding. But you're not happy. You're not happy once the marriage gets going on and things of that nature. You guys start, planning to work with the kids and taking trips and all of that. Might not be happy. But the women who are old school, those are the women who are winning. They're winning. Because every man wants a woman who is submissive. She knows how to agree. She looks out for the best interest of a man. She's not trying to compete with a man. She's not throwing out the fact that she makes 6 figures. Who cares? We don't care, ladies. Because you ain't spending your money on us. That's why we don't care. But that's not to say you don't have no value. It doesn't mean that. It doesn't mean that. It does not mean that. Chef Powell says happy is a positive. If not, let it go. Now, don't get me wrong. You do want to be happy. You want to be happy. But some of these women, they are not bringing peace. They're not bringing peace. They are not bringing peace. And there's nothing more frustrating for a man than a woman who does not bring peace. Always arguing, always screaming at the top of her lungs, always trying to make her point felt. She gotta be right. Every talking point she's given gotta be this, gotta be that. And that's why I feel like marriage is a business now. It's a business. Because when you are married, the rules, the laws are set up so that it's not for the man. Women get to, and there's no knock on the women. It's the laws now. It's the government. It's set up for them to win. They can get alimony. They can get half. They can get child support, spousal support, all of that. If a man is a multimillionaire, he got you accustomed to a certain lifestyle, and that woman divorces you, you got to pay her. Why? Because you introduced her to a lifestyle. The rules are backwards, so even if you get a new man, my fault, if you get married again, the only way the man he stops paying is if she gets married again. So these women are saying, well, hell, to hell with it. I don't need to get married. I'll keep that check coming in. I don't need to get married. I just have a nice companion and that's it. We'll eat this money. Hey, I get it. The hustle is real. You know? Jeff Powell says we usually are right. Low key. I don't know about that. Men just can't admit it. But you do got some women out there who they will challenge a man. And fellas, let me say this right now. Let me get this off my chest. If you are a guy out there and you got a woman that disrespects you, she don't follow your lead, she's not submissive, she ain't bringing you peace, do not make her your woman. Don't do it. You will struggle with that said woman. You will struggle with her. That is a fact. Do not. If she's not in the best of your interest, if she's all about her, oh baby, I got this going on, she'll never ask about you, do not mess with her. She's all about herself. It'll never work. And the reason why I say that is because even though she's all about herself, she's not spending that money on you. It ain't gonna happen. You can forget about it. She still wants you to provide for her. She still wants you to provide for her. And I don't care if she makes $1 million. She still wants you to provide, pay all her bills. Ask Lisa Ray. She said it on Trick Daddy's show. She's multi-millionaire. She said if a man get with her, she want the man to pay all the bills. Why? Because she's giving him some vagina. She's giving it to him. So she feels like the man should pay everything, even though she's well off. And what is her money doing for all of that? Now look, if a woman is giving me pussy or, I'm providing the D, she's providing the P. Hey, those things are too mutually exclusive. They cancel each other out. They cancel each other out. Let me say that now. They cancel each other out. They cancel each other out. So, if you are just joining us, we are live on the Pimp Game Podcast. This is the final show of the new year in 2022. We are talking about, is marriage a business now? Hey, put your comments in the comments section or I could buzz you in. We could talk about it. And then at 8:30, we got the one and only. That's right. She goes by the name of Jessica Michaud. She is the owner and CEO of Born to Touch Massage Therapy. We're going to check on her, see what Born to Touch Massage Therapy got going on. We got you. All right? Marriage is a business. And fellas, I always say this. Make sure you take the lead. Make sure you take the lead with a woman. You got to take the lead from day one. If you don't take the lead from day one, she's going to take the lead from you and it will never work out. It will never work out. The marriage will never work out. If she got to take the lead, it will not work out. I've seen it happen too many times. You could go ahead, you could put her on a pedestal, you could worship the ground she walks on, you could open every door, you could bring every flower, every Valentine's Day, you could show up with flowers, a bouquet of flowers at that. And still, she could leave because she's not happy. You can't always make a woman happy. So what do you got to do, fellas? You got to put your faith, you got to put your all, you got to put your goals, you got to put your everything into your purpose. You have to put everything in your purpose. If you get caught up in that woman and trying to be all about her, I'm not saying don't give her no attention. I'm not saying you can't care for her. I ain't saying that. I ain't saying don't love her. But you got to be careful in the way you do it. Because you could do it in a way where, oh man, she's just getting all your attention. Oh, why you don't do this? Why? And you lose track, you lose focus of what you're doing. And believe me, when you lose focus of your purpose, and you're not doing the things that made her attracted to you, she will leave. Smile Me Fresh says, how do women feel though? I don't know how they feel. I'm just going off how I see it. Marriage is a business. Chef Powell says not true because there are men that like alpha female and vice versa. Let me tell you about that. I've heard it. I'm sick and tired of hearing people say men like alpha females. Let me say this. A man that likes an alpha female is probably more than likely he's a simp. No man should be comfortable with another woman coming to the table acting like a man, talking about she's an alpha. We don't want it. We want femininity. We want submissiveness. We want cooperation. And those are no signs of an alpha female. Now, I ain't saying an alpha female can't get her dude or whatever. If she could turn it off when she gets to the dude, that's cool. If she could turn it off. But the switch got to go off when you're in front of me. I don't care. But I don't want no alpha female. I don't want that. We're going to clash. We're going to clash. Because there's only one leader in this relationship. It got to be me. And fellas, it got to be you. Because if it ain't you and it's her, you're going to lose her quickly. Let me tell you, the dudes out there that's successful with women, that's keeping their women long term, they're alpha. And the woman submits to that man. Jay-Z and Beyonce. Why do you think Beyonce couldn't stay with the dude that she was with before she got in Destiny's Child? Before she hit the industry? She would have been too much for him. No way. Look at Jim Jones and Chrissy. Don't get me wrong. Chrissy does her thing in her own right. She's been investing in homes, flipping homes, doing all of that. She's doing the damn thing. But she respects Jim Jones. She respects that man. Look at Dame Dash and his wife. They got a lovely little boy together. And that woman respects that man. Fellas, it cannot work if the woman don't respect you. And oftentimes, alpha females, they want to do it their way. And if they want to do it their way, let them do it their way on the other side. Let them go get that other guy. Let them go get Bernard down the street. And let him pamper her with flowers and all of that. And worship the ground she walk on. Chef Powell says we can control it. I'm an alpha. And I had a great marriage. Hey, I respect that. As long as you're in the marriage and you can tone it down, Chef Powell, I'm cool. If you cooking all the meals you need to cook, you bringing breakfast in the morning, you bringing dinner at night, you doing all that, surprise this, surprise that, making y'all taking surprise trips. If you could tone down the alpha in you, I'm cool. Then that means you're alpha, but you're not alpha when you're with your man. And those relationships to me work. But now marriage is a business. It's all about profiting. Now let me ask you guys a question. Would you guys get married if you had to do it, not justice of peace? If you had to sign that agreement, somebody help me out. Where whatever you come in with, that's what you leave with. A prenup. Would you do it if you had to do a prenup? Would you still get married? That means whatever the man came in with, he keeps it. Whatever she comes in with, she keeps it. She don't get nothing. Are you willing to do the marriage then? And a lot of people think you can only do a prenup if you marry. I mean, if you got a lot of bread, you got $1 million, you got $1 billion, then you do a prenup. No, oh no, fellas. You making 50 grand a year, 40 grand a year, whatever you making, you can still do a prenup. I suggest you do it. Because where you are today, It's not where you'll be tomorrow. It's not where you'll be tomorrow. Tomorrow may be different. Tomorrow you might be making 200, 300, 400 grand. You make the right move. I like that. Chef Powell says, I was pampered. Surprise daily, flowers, movie, or Broadway show. I like that. But you say you had a great marriage. That means you're no longer married. Now, I don't want to go into that on why you were not married no more. I don't want to say that. I don't know. None of my business. But it just goes wrong when the man, when he does that. When he kisses the woman's feet. I believe it goes wrong. You almost have to know when to do it. But I do love to see great couples together. I love to see great couples together. And the real reason why I like to see great couples together, because if it's real love, if it's real, if it's unconditional, if they're really meant to be together, it can work. It can work. I hear you, Norda. I'm going to stop. But I'll say this. You want a woman, fellas, who's there in the bad times. Can she be with you when times are rough? Anybody be with you when things are going good. When money's popping, when the trips is popping, when the drinks is popping, when the bedroom action is popping, all of that is popping. Anybody can be with you. Can you be with that man when he's down? That's the question. That's how you know you got a good woman on your hands, ladies and gents. So, yo, if you are just joining us, we are live on the Pimp Game Podcast, and we are here talking about, is marriage a business now? Is that what it is? And also at the bottom of the hour, 8:30, in the next 4 to 5 minutes, we got the one and only Jessica Michaud. She is going to be on the show talking about her business. That's right. She's the owner and CEO of Born to Touch Massage Therapy. I love it. She will be on the show to talk about what she got going on. Okay, Chef Bauer says, my wonderful husband passed away. Okay, I respect that. Nothing I can say about that. I have no qualms about that. Yo, my condolences to you. My condolences to your family. She also says, no prenup. It's a setup for a failed marriage. I don't know. I think if people have an agreement, it's cool. Because if the woman is genuine, maybe she won't mind a prenup. She won't mind. And those are just my thoughts. I could be wrong. I'm okay with being wrong. But to me, she won't mind. Because she's not in it for the money. She's not in to capitalize. She's not in the benefit. She's in to be there for the long haul. And there are, fellas, there are some damn good women out there. So I don't want you to look at what I'm saying and say, oh no, I ain't going to ever get married. I ain't going to ever do this. I ain't ever going to do that. You got some women out there who's willing to rock with you. And if she's willing to rock with you, you got to rock with her. You got to rock with her. Because that's what it's all about. You got to rock with her. You know? And I think these days, okay, Tiffany 10 Nail says, I'll do one. I got my own assets to protect. That's a woman who's doing her own thing. I like that. She got her own thing going on. I love that. That's cool. Chef Powell said, if you're married to the right person, you won't need one. I agree. But how many people out there are the right persons? You just don't know. The dating game is a risk. It's a huge risk. It's a huge risk. Jerry5613, what's up? How you doing? So, we are here talking about, is marriage a business? And I'll say this one last thing on marriage. And I'm going to put this out there on blast. I think the relationships that really work also are those where you meet your high school sweetheart, not a high school sweetheart, you meet your mate in college. I got a cousin of mine. She goes by the name of Mimi. I love her to death. She got a husband. They met in college. They were even long distance at one time. She was in Georgia. He was in Atlanta. My fault. He was in the DMV. She was in Georgia. They both went to Hampton University. They got married. I remember one day everybody was at the dinner table. We went to a nice fine restaurant, and she asked him right there. She brought it up right there. She said, "Hey, when we getting married?" And he told her, "When I finish my bar exam." He was so bent on finishing the bar exam. Why? Because he wanted to be a lawyer. He was so determined about that. That was number one. And it's before they had any kids. They got 3 beautiful kids now. And yes, the ring wasn't big. It wasn't a huge rock for 20 grand or 30 grand, 40 grand. But the point is, they are still married to this day. They're going to be married forever. Because it's a real love. It is real. It is real. And they're committed. I'm talking about, she ain't cheating, he ain't cheating. They rocking with each other for the bad, for the sickness and health, all of that. The bad, the worst, and that's what you want. That's what you want. You want a partner like that. And she follows his lead. But she also comes in and says, "Hey, you could do this. Hey, you could do this. You could start that business. You could do this. You could do this. You could do that." She gives him motivation. She gives him, she pumps life into him. And in return, he provides. Like a man is supposed to do. I respect that. I respect that. You know? So, we are here at 8:30. We're getting ready to bring on our special guest, Jessica Mashad. All right? How you doing?
Hey, Kenny.
Good, good, good. Turn your volume up a little bit so we can hear you.
Can you hear me?
A little bit. Bring your phone up just a little bit more. Right there, right there.
All right.
I,
Let's see. Let's see. How is this? Ooh. Uh-oh.
you good?
I'm good. Can you see me? Can you hear me?
Yeah, you're still a little bit low. I don't know why you're so low.
I don't know. Can you hear me now?
I can hear you, but very low. Your
Okay.
volume.
Okay. Give me 1 second.
Okay.
Okay. Mm, okay. Give me a second. It's a little
All
difficult.
right. So we are giving Miss Jessica Michaud a couple of seconds to get it right. We are going to go ahead and give her a couple of seconds to make sure she got everything going. We have a little bit of technical difficulties right now. So let me say this. It is a beautiful thing.
All right.
Darhell 90 says that maybe it's my volume. Okay. Can you hear me now?
Can you hear me now?
Yeah.
Okay.
All right. So I know I have mentioned your name a little bit, right? Just for the start, a couple of seconds, give us your name and tell us what you do in a couple of seconds.
So my name is Jessica Mashad, and I am a licensed massage therapist in the DMV area.
Okay. So take us back to where it all started for you when you were a kid, when you were young, when you were doing your thing. You were just maybe just a little taller, maybe elementary school, middle school, high school. I don't know. What was it that you really loved to do when you were younger?
Other than massage therapy, or are we talking about massage therapy? Started when I
I
was
got
young.
you. I got this. I got this. We started from where it all started from the beginning. I got you. Just tell me in a couple of seconds, when you were younger, what did you love to do when you were younger?
Model.
Oh, okay.
and hair.
Okay, okay, okay.
Yes.
So, so you love to do modeling, you love to do hair and things like that. Tell me, when you were modeling, did you ever put your name inside the modeling contest? And did you, I don't know, you ever go to any hair shows, anything like that? What really got you to start doing modeling? And I saw your page. I know you love fashion. You probably got clothes for days, for 100 days of the year. I already know. What made you fall in love with modeling at the time?
First of all, I was very slim growing up, very petite, very skinny. So, and I love clothes, I love fashion. Started to get into that when I was like really young. So when my mom saw that, she was like, "Okay, let's put you in Barbizon." So I joined Barbizon, which was like a a agency for kids to start learning how to model, how to walk, how to apply makeup, and it was able. And we also built our confidence and met other girls too, like from different areas, but in the same age group. So from there, started just going like every Sunday to this modeling industry, and yeah, that's where it kind of came from.
I like.
Being that diva.
I like that. I like that. So you had kids there. They of the same age as you and stuff like that. When you first did your walk, because I'm assuming you did at least one modeling show. When you first walked down the runway and
Oh
stuff like
yeah,
that, was that tough for you? What's up? How was that feeling? Was you nervous?
that
What went
was.
on? What was the thoughts in your head when you were walking down the runway doing your little catwalk? What's up? What was your thoughts?
So what's crazy is I started doing modeling even in elementary school. Like I had a friend and me and her were like sisters. So we would go to the mall together, buy the same outfits, and we did a fashion show together. So just doing that, being in front of everybody, it was nervous, but it was like I was confident and comfortable because I was in my zone of being seen, if that makes sense.
Okay, okay, okay. I
Yeah.
like that. I like that. Yo, if you are just joining us, we are live on the Pimp Game Podcast, and we are here with the one and only Jessica Mashad. That's right, she's the owner and CEO of Born to Touch Massage Therapy. I like it. So, you did the modeling, right? You did the modeling. You walking down the runway. You was feeling yourself, doing your thing. You always kind of had it in you. You had that it factor. Take us through you loving to do hair and styling hair and
Ooh.
things of that nature. What was your specialty doing hair, and what attracted you to doing hair?
Um. So again, growing up, being taken to the lady who did my hair, not too far from my house, I got into doing cornrows. So I started practicing how to do cornrows on like a Barbie doll. She ended up teaching me like how to actually cornrow itself. And from
Mm,
there actually was how my entrepreneurship started because I have an older sister. So I would do her friend's hair for like $10, $15, something cheap back in the day. And from there, I'm thinking that I was going to start being a hairstylist for real because I started doing my mom's hair. I started doing my sister's hair, my cousins, even her child. Like I started doing the hair. So I really thought that was going to be like my career path and just enjoying styling people.
I like that. I like that. So, when you first did that first hairstyle, you said you did it for $50. That was mad cheap. What's up? Did she give you a nice tip? What did she do? Did you like,
It was
girl, I can't take this. You can't give me this small tip. You can't give me no $5 tip. You gotta give me a little bit more than this. What's up? What happened? Did
see,
she give you a nice tip on that
no,
first hairstyle?
actually, it was the guys. I was giving my sister's male friends who
Oh,
needed hairstylists. Yeah, we
okay.
was getting them, and honestly, their tip was cool. Like I said, we all were like, what was this? High school. Yeah, it was kind of like high school, and it wasn't even 50. It was like 15, $20.
Oh, 1 5.
Yeah, like this is before I
Mm,
even understood the industry of like how to make money, but I was making money.
okay. All right.
So
Okay.
yeah.
I like that. So, Your first client, it was a dude. He gave you $15. He gave you a little bit of tip on top of that. That was cheap. That was cool. But you start getting, you were in high school. You start getting a buzz now. Everybody knowing Jessica for doing hair and things like that. What happened next? I don't know, did you get like a rush of clients? Like did the domino fall where everybody just started calling you? Or what happened next after your first client and you kind of got yourself comfortable?
Um, I think I just kind of like put it out there, and now that I started to have like a few guys that needed their hair done. And then, like I said, my mom was in rotation too, but of course she wasn't paying. And then
Mm.
I had my cousin in rotation. She became a natural and she needed somebody to do her hair. And I so happened to know how to do it. So she would be like one of my monthly people that I would do their hair. So it just came to me. And then of course when we all hanging out, like so let's say my cousin's hanging out and my sister like male friends come over, then everybody's talking about who did their hair and who is it.
Mm.
So
Wow.
yeah.
I like
So
that. What's that?
real word of mouth.
Word of mouth. Okay, 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 okay. Now, I think I did a little bit of research on you. I believe you are Caribbean. Am I correct? Is that correct?
Yep.
Yes. So, this is one thing I know about Caribbean people and African people because you mentioned your mother didn't pay. Let everybody know right now on the Pimp Game podcast, Caribbean people and African people, they just do not want to pay. I don't care how good your skills are, what you know how to do, how fly you are, especially moms. She ain't paying. That's gonna be
Nah.
free off the top. She ain't paying. All right.
Yep.
So let me ask you this: you did your mom, you did everybody. Now take us to you starting your company now. A little bit later, you are entrepreneur. You doing your own thing. You went from modeling. You went to doing hair. Now you doing your own thing with Born to Touch Massage Therapy. How did that come about? Where did the idea come from with you doing massages for everybody?
All right. So down to the good stuff now. All right. So growing up, I am Caribbean. My family's from Haiti. So growing up, we really didn't do a lot of medications and things like that. Like we grew up really on a holistic base. So um drinking teas, herbs, we also use like oils, things of that nature to help us get through like pain, stomach aches, things of that nature. So growing up, my mom, dealing with the job that she had, she would come home very fatigued, like physically fatigued. And she would ask me after she takes a shower, can I rub her? So it was called rubbing my mom. So I would rub my mom in
Mm.
the evening, just whatever oil that she would use, actually from Haiti, and I would just rub her and make her feel better. So it dawned on me like the next day, my mom would get up and go to work and still have the energy to go to work. And I was
Mm.
like, okay. So as I'm in high school and now I got to start thinking about a career path, I'm looking at what I'm interested. I've always been independent. I've always had leadership skills. I knew this about me, and I always knew I did not want to wake up early in the morning. So, with that being said, I started looking into massage therapists. Being a massage therapist, our independence that we have, our clientele base that we can create, our schedules that, that, like I said, we get to do on our own. Um, of course, the money, the schooling. So I started doing my own research as I'm slowly stepping out of high school. And that's when I realized massage therapy is a holistic way of healing the body. We always, sometimes we don't always need medication and pain meds to deal with certain things. Of course, if you're under doctor's care, yes, go by what your doctor says. But at the same instance, massage therapy is a actual coping mechanism as well. And from there, that's how I was introduced to massage therapy by helping my mom and now wanting to bless the world
I,
and
I, I,
educate the
I,
world too.
I like that. I like that. So, yo, if you are just joining us, we are here with the lovely Jessica Michai, she's the owner and CEO of Born to Touch Massage Therapy. We talked about how she went from modeling to doing hair to now she is doing it big time, full straight entrepreneur, doing it with Born to Touch Massage Therapy. I love it. So, your first client was your mom, stuff like that. Let me ask you this. How
Hmm.
did you come up with the name Born to Touch Massage Therapy? It is catchy. I love it. I'm feeling it. I've been saying it all day, even before we got on the show. I'm like, I really like that. How did you come up with the name Born to Touch Massage Therapy?
So, Born to Touch actually came from a client. When I used to work at a spa, my clients, until this day, people always, the most frequent question, I'm sorry, that I get is, how did you start this? Like, how did you start? How did you know you want to be a therapist? Like, everyone is always intrigued about massage therapists, right? So, client of mine, while we're talking and I'm working with her, I told her my startup, same one that I just told you. And so she was like, "You were born to do this." And I held on to that name. She was like, "You were born to do this." And then she said something along the lines of "born to touch." So when she said it, it dawned on me. Kept that name in my head for probably like 4 years, maybe 3, 4
Okay.
years. And decided to finally step out, get my LLC, and I was praying and hoping nobody had the name Born to Touch because that is me. That's mine. And luckily, nobody had the name. So now my business name is Born to Touch because that's what I was born to do by the gift of God that He has given me to touch other people's lives.
I like that. I really like that. So if you're out there listening to the Pimp Game podcast, you definitely want to tap in with Jessica because she's born to touch. So whatever body part she touches, nothing crazy, but whatever she's touching, it is working for her. I love it. So let me ask you this.
Mm-hmm.
Because myself included, I've had points in times when maybe my neck was really sore, my back was real sore. I remember one time I, playing Iron Man. I wanted to go see my grandmother in Atlanta, and I took the bus all the way to Atlanta from the DMV. When I tell you my back was hurting like crazy, it never hurt like that before. Is there a certain way that you work on maybe the neck that you do differently from the back, or maybe the back different from the legs? Is there a different way you approach the different body parts of the man or the woman anatomy of their body or what have you? Is there an approach that you have when you're doing your thing?
Well, every body part you definitely want to treat differently. Certain areas are definitely more sensitive. So the pressure points and the amount of pressure that you will apply to the neck area, it'll be much less than which I'm sorry. Yes, it'll be much less pressure than what you apply to the back because the back can endure a little bit more. And then of course you go down to the legs. Now, one thing about the body is not everybody's body is the same. So a lot of people have that pre-notion that, oh, because he's a man, he could take a lot of pressure. Or because I am skinny, I am not allowed to receive deep tissue or can't receive deep tissue. That is the
Okay.
opposite. A lot of slim people, it could be a man or a woman, can actually take a lot of deep tissue. And a lot of with a little bit more weight, I've learned their body as well, and I've learned different body parts that are a little bit more sensitive to them because of the weight. They're not allowed take a lot of pressure. So it's about the person, and once again, just knowing that different body parts, um, they're sensitive. They're definitely more sensitive than others.
I like that. I like that. So each body part is different. Some are sensitive, some are not. Just depends on what you got going on. So in terms of the massage therapy, is there a stigma out there or a thing that you guys do in that industry where maybe everybody gets together and maybe there's like a all for one, some type of spa day where maybe you offer it to the public and things like that? Is that things that you get together with your peers, people that's also in the same field as you, and throw like a get together for maybe the kids, the young adults, also the senior citizens that you work on, which I know about. Is that something that you guys get together and plan for the people in the community to give them massages?
Um, I don't think I've ever tapped into planning something for the community. I'm trying to think. Um, but more so, I've done a lot of community events where different corporate companies um, reach out to me, and they'll be looking for a therapist, and that's when I'll gather up my team of massage therapists, and I'll have them be a helping hand to provide services for the community, for the corporate events. I've done a lot of wellness visits as well too. I've done a lot of corporate events where they're trying to actually teach their employees that self-care is important, so I'll be the one there to provide the service, but also to introduce them to, once again, massage therapy to help relieve stress, tension, anxiety, lower your blood pressure, help with diabetes, pain, different pain that you're having in your body. Um, so yeah, I'm within the community, but I have not created like that event, which sounds good actually that you even said it. So that's a good idea.
Okay. So maybe that might be coming to a community near you out there if you listen to the Pimp Game podcast. So let me ask you, who was your biggest inspiration when you started Born to Touch massage therapy? Who was your biggest inspiration that was out there in your family? Maybe a friend, maybe a dude you got going on, dealing with, whoever. Who was the biggest person in your life that was like, yo, you got this, you need to stick with this? Who was that person?
So it was actually the very first spa that I worked at. The spa name is Body Bliss. It's
Oh, I like
in
that.
Northeast DC. The owner, his name is Reginald or Reggie. He actually was my biggest inspiration because when I started working in the spa, I started to pay attention to the back work, right? So
Okay.
I'm looking at things from a massage therapist point of view, okay, getting clients, learning more and more about the clientele base and how to service them. But then I started looking at like the back work of like learning my worth as a massage therapist. I also started learning and picking up on how to have different sales and discounts and specials going on to get people through the door and to be interested in the service that I'm actually providing. Everybody loves a little discount, you know what I mean? So I started paying attention to that. And then for him, he was just like, learn your worth and your value. And that's how you create your price point. So I started learning myself as a businesswoman and as a service provider, and started saying, hey, I don't just provide the service physically with my hands, but I provide a service by speaking to my clients. So my clients and I always have very open, candid, transparent conversations. And with that being said, that's how I was able to learn me more.
Mm.
Like I don't just provide, like I said, a hands-on service, but I also provide that comfort in that room when we're together, where you can probably just let things out and talk about it, that you may not be able to talk about at home or with friends or with others around you.
I like that. I like that. So let me ask you this, because you say you're very transparent with your clients and things of that nature. Who are the clients that give you the most problems? Because I know when we're doing service-based business, things of that nature, we do. We have some dope clients. We got some loyal clients. But who are the clients that gives Jessica the most problems every single year, no matter what you charge, no matter what the circumstances is, no matter what the weather is? Who are the clients that give Jessica the most problems?
Honestly, I don't really have so many problematic clients. No man,
Okay.
no woman, no kids, because I do work with children as well. No seniors, they love massages. Um, no new clients really. Like, no, I don't really have
Okay.
problematic clients.
All right, I respect that. I like that honest answer. That's what we want here on the Pimp Game Podcast. Honestly, we love it. So, you made a move over to, you relocated your business over to Riverdale. Can you shed a little bit of light on that? You relocating your company to Riverdale now, doing major things. I like that. What's up? Tell everybody about the relocation of Born to Touch Therapy.
Yes, I'm so happy to share this because sometimes you gotta jump out on faith, and I did, and I was nervous, but this year, June 2022, I decided to I leased out an office in the Riverdale space, in the Riverdale area. I have my own office space. It is going well. Amongst other entrepreneurs and business owners as well. Um, it's great. It's great. I was able to create my room. I created the whole atmosphere to it. The purpose of my room is I wanted to give everyone like that beach feeling. So I want you to come in and feel as though you're in that zen, be able to meditate in that room. So I create a space for them, my clients as well, to be able to like really meditate and come on in and get away from the world.
I like that. I like that. Come in and get away from the world. I really like that. So, how long are your sessions going for? Are they 30 minutes, an hour and a half, 2, 3 hours? What's up? What's the specialty? What's the time frame you really like to stay in? Although obviously clients are paying for what they want, but what's something that you're comfortable with in terms of duration of time? Do you like your hour-long sessions? Do you really love the 2-hour sessions? What is your specialty? What do you like when you're dealing with the clients, or it really doesn't matter, whatever they're paying for?
So personally, I love a good hour, right? But realistically, 90 minutes is good. It gives me enough time to actually focus on each part of the body, focusing on the client, give them a full um, experience, especially if they're new clients and even if they're returning clients. Every appointment is an experience, right? So I want to be able to
Okay.
give each client that experience that they need and um, satisfy what they came in for with a good 90-minute massage. So 90 minutes is very good. But I do offer 30-minute sessions, and those sessions are geared to therapeutic focus areas. So just that one or two focus area that you really need worked on. So let's say it's a neck and shoulder or neck, shoulder, and back, right? So I give you that 30-minute session where we can focus just on that part of the body, and
Okay.
it's affordable.
Okay. I like that. I like that. So let me ask this: do you have clients that have like like they come with you every single month, or they got 3 month packages, or some people come to you for a whole year? Is that how that works sometimes, or is this a it's a month to month type of thing?
So this year as well, I have a membership now. So Born to Touch memberships are available. Um, those clients get a 60-minute massage. There's two packages. So one package is a 60-minute massage. It comes with stretch, hot stones, a medicated balm that I apply on the clients, which helps with muscle tension, aches, and pain. Also, there's another package, which is more of a advanced package. With that, it's a 90-minute session, but it's an hour massage with a 20-minute resting, napping, or meditation session. So I walk out of the room and I allow that client to continue in their meditation to have that moment to themselves. And I give them that space to do that in because a lot of clients come in and they do talk about meditation. They're very interested in it and they don't have the space or atmosphere probably at home due to kids, family, whatever the case may be, to do that in. So once again, Born to Touch brings that to them or
I like
supplies
that.
or supplies that you know that atmosphere to
Okay.
them.
I like that. I like that. So, for a young girl out there, maybe a young dude out there, maybe a grown up, or maybe a grown woman out there trying to do their own born to touch massage therapy, what would you tell them to watch out for if they were trying to get into the industry of massage therapy?
Stick to who you are. Know what you're going out there for. Like I told you, my goal for massage therapy is it was to start with my mom and then to bless the world. So that world is in my hands. That's what I love to say, right? So when you go into massage therapy, understand your purpose behind it. What is your purpose? Once you figure out your purpose, create that clientele base. Stick with that clientele base that's going to respect, once again, your purpose. Um, Remember that you are in charge. Nobody's in charge of your craft, nobody's in charge of your business. You are in charge. So remember, you represent it, and you are the person that's going to um, navigate who who you let in your business. You know what I
Okay.
mean? Like you gotta be in control. So be in
I
control of
like
your
that. I
business,
like
know
that.
your purpose,
Okay.
and stick by it.
Gotta be in control. So, for those that may not know, Born to Touch Massage Therapy has a soft launch that's coming next year in 2023. We doing big things with Born to Touch Massage Therapy. I didn't forget about it. I saw it. Like, I'm gonna bring it up. I'm gonna surprise her at the very end. So let us know about the soft launch that you got going on coming 2023.
Yes, it needs to happen. Oh my God. So I am planning a soft launch for January, like you said. And it's my way of just showing everybody the space, bringing everybody together. I want to be able to have other entrepreneurs there as well. So that way they can be able to see the space and the other offices that may be available that they may want to come into. Because once again, I work in an office space where it's different entrepreneurs and businesses, right? So with the soft launch, I want to have a lot of my VIP. I don't like to really call them VIP, but a lot of my members or VIP clients that have been with me for so many years before Born to Touch was even Born to Touch, right? So I want to have a lot of them that have been following me for years out. Um, just to be part of my development. My clients are my reason. They're the ones that help me to blossom. And then of course I have my family, and then I have my friends, and I have supporters. So I want to bring everybody together just to say, here I am, I've made it. And I don't know if you're going to say this already, but I am on Google
I
with
like
a
that.
5-star rating. So I want everybody to come out to see how I got to that 5-star rating.
Okay, okay. I like that. So you mentioned Google. We talked about it earlier on in the show. The topic of discussion is marriage a business now? What are your thoughts? I don't know. I know you doing massages, you doing your thing. Maybe you get married. People that come in there all the time. I don't know. I ain't sure of the clientele, but I know I'm sure at least one person is married. What's up? Tell us. What is your opinion? Do you feel like marriage is a business now? What is your opinion on that?
I actually heard a lot of what you were saying before I logged on here. And a lot of what you said is kind of true about the woman not competing with her man, and, being soft, being gentle, being his piece, being submissive and understanding what submissive looks like, right? Is business a marriage? I have seen it become a marriage. Sadly, people are kind of just stuck where they're at because they already have children, assets, properties, and businesses together. And after a while, the marriage may not work anymore, but the business is still going. The children are still being having to be able to be raised. And so now people are actually, and I do hear of this, people are actually staying in these relationships because it's a business now, because you have so much going on together that you guys have to continue to flourish and thrive those things that you guys already invested in together, the children, the business, the houses, but y'all not really in love anymore, maybe, or on the same page anymore. So yeah, marriages
Mm,
turn into businesses, sadly.
mm.
Sadly.
I like that. Okay, okay. I like that. You
And
hear it from Miss Jessica's mouth herself. She said it is a business. All right. So for those people out there who maybe just heard about Jessica Michaud and Born to Touch Massage Therapy, how do they get in contact with you if they want to get a massage, if they want to become a member and rock with you? How do they get in touch with you?
Google me, baby.
Oh, okay. Okay.
You can look me up literally on Google at Born to Touch Massage Therapy. You can even put in the city if you need to, Riverdale, Maryland. It is going to pop up, and on there you can see the overview of the business. You have the phone number available to you, the address, but most importantly, the website. And the website is where you can actually book your appointments. You can see everything about Born to Touch, about what it's about, the services that is provided. You are able to actually get gift cards on there as well. We do have gift cards, or you can come in and purchase. And anything else, any and everything else that you need is on that site. And like I said, you are able to contact us via phone.
Okay. All right. So, any final thoughts for your fans out there, the loyal ones who've been rocking with you, things of that nature, who've been rocking with Born to Touch Massage Therapy? Any final thoughts for your fans out there before we sign off on Pimp Game?
Yes. So what I have been working on for my clients, thanks to my clients, and to some self care that I've done for myself, I will be opening up a second part of the business, which will be a health and life coaching for the world.
I
I
like that.
started to get into that because my clients, like I said, they open up. They're opening up doors for me. Um, but also, I realized that people need some assistance and guidance on their becoming, on who they're becoming. And I want to be able to be that person to facilitate that for them. So that's a little bonus that will be coming in 2023. It will be an added on service, coaching service for my clients and
Okay.
new
All right.
clients.
I like that. All right. So, let everybody know who you chilling with.
I am chilling. This is your girl chilling with Kenny D on the Pimp Game podcast. Oh,
All
one more
right.
thing. One more thing.
Okay. All right.
You can definitely follow me on Instagram at Born to Touch Therapy.
Okay, okay. Make sure you follow her out there. Born to Touch Therapy, doing big things in the DMV over there in Riverdale, Maryland. I love it. So that concludes our show. I want to say Happy New Year to everybody. Thank you to the viewers out there. Thank you to my YouTube subscribers. And make sure you like, comment, and subscribe to the channel. You want to go to I Am Kennedy and subscribe and turn on those notifications. So when we upload videos, you are the first to get it. And we would like to thank the infamous, the one and only, the lovely Jessica Michaud for blessing us with her presence on our show. Until next time, see you in the new year 2023 on Pimp Game. Next time, alright? Holla. You don't want to miss it. Holla.
Thank you, Kenny.
Audio Jungle.